Hello, hello, everyone. How are we all doing today? Surprise, I am live. I'm really apologize. Normally I put out the weekly schedule this week, but that was not done. So I apologize for that, but my plan was to go live today at noon. And what I'm going to be talking about today is that there are ultimately two different types of diets that you can do in order to lose weight. And I'm going to review those two types of diets. For those of you that are watching here live, what I'd like you to do is, if you can, in the comment section, if you can just comment and let me know what type of diets you have tried before in the past. If you could just pop it in the comment section, I would just like to know what type of different diets that you have tried before in the past. I'm actually going to read some of the diets that some of our clients have done. So this client in particular says that they've tried Dr. Bernstein. They have tried, let me just see here, diets. I'm going to let you know all the diets that some of our clients have tried before in the past. So Weight Watchers, Dr. Bernstein, clean eating. We have another client over here. I'm not going to say who it is, obviously, for confidentiality purposes, but just to give you an idea of the different types of diets that some of our clients have done. So let's see here. And if you have diets that you've done before in the past, let me know. So a lot of Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, keto, intermittent fasting. So for those of you that are watching live, what kind of diets have you tried? I'm just curious. Pop it in the comment section. Whoever's watching live, say hello to me. Say hello. I want to know who's watching. Let's see here. Okay. So we have, several different diets that some of our clients have done. But here's the thing. A lot of these clients are working with us because even though they may have found some success in these diets, a true successful diet is a diet where you lose weight and you keep it off. So I am going to break down the two different types of diets that you can do in order to lose weight. Okay. So diets I have personally tried keto. I've done, what's it called? Isogenics. I've done isogenics. I've done low carb diet. I've done like eating one meal a day. I never did the prepackaged foods. So you've got the prepackaged foods diets like Jenny Craig. Then you have Dr. Bernstein, which Dr. Bernstein, you hardly eat any food. A very, very restrictive diet. There's not much food that you can eat. You actually can't exercise on that program either. And so these are kind of all grouped together as I would call very restrictive diets. Okay. What I mean by that is that you are eliminating things like food groups that you like to eat. Like a lot of people like carbs, you're eliminating it. Some diets, like you're just having a very, very small amount of food, making you super hungry throughout the day. And then you're also eating prepackaged foods that they're selling to you. So some of these programs can be very costly. They can be $500+ a month when you're buying all the food, taking in consideration the programming. Even something like Weight Watchers, where maybe it's not super restrictive, but it's not really teaching you how to eat the right type of foods to get you to where you want to be. So the common thing that all of these diets have in common is that most of the time they are set up for you to rebound, and they are set up for you to gain weight. And the reason why this is done is because the way that you're going into this fat loss journey, into your weight loss journey, is non-sustainable. And if you think about it, you know, if it's something that you cannot see yourself doing for the rest of your life, then it's not a diet that you should be doing to lose your weight. So what happens when we do these weight loss diets? First of all, if you're doing a diet where they are advising you not to exercise, this is a big red flag, guys. Okay. This means that they know that the amount of calories that you're eating is so low that if you were to exercise, you would probably have some physical complications. You'd probably faint. You'd probably not feel well. You'd probably feel sick. Now, to me, that does not sound like a very good diet to be on. But things like Optavia is probably, I think Optavia and Dr. Bernstein, to me, are probably one of the worst diets that you could do out there because of the very, very low amount of calories that you're eating. And I have not met one person that have done this diet that has not gained the weight back, okay? So what ends up happening is all of these clients that have come to us that have done all of these diets before in the past, well, none of them have been able to maintain their weight loss. They have all gained the weight back. And many of them have been through this cycle of yo-yo dieting for years and years. Some of them have been doing this for 20 years. Some of them have been doing this for 5 years, maybe 7 years, maybe it's 10 years before they come to work with us. And why this ends up happening is there's a lot of issues here. So when we're just dealing with weight loss only, you are losing lean muscle mass. So you're losing muscle and you're also losing body fat. But when we start to lose a lot of lean muscle like that, what ends up happening, and the reason why you lose lean muscle like that is because A, you're not strength training to prevent that from happening. And B, you're not eating enough protein in your diet from preventing that from happening. And also, C, it's your body's way of protecting itself. When you do extreme calorie restriction, when you drop your calories so low, your body only wants to protect itself. So it goes into this starvation mode. It goes into survival mode. And it says, okay, we don't have a lot of calories coming in here. And yes, you do need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose body fat. But when it's so extreme like this, your body goes into protection mode. So yes, you start losing body fat, but your body also will break down muscle for energy. Now, why is this such a big deal? Okay, Sarah, so what? We're losing muscle. This is a huge deal because muscle is what helps increase your resting metabolic rate. It's what makes sure that you have a healthy metabolism. So if you keep losing all of this muscle, so let's just say you do Jenny Craig or you do Dr. Bernstein, you're about 180 pounds. Going into this diet, you had about 120 pounds of lean muscle, okay? So you have 120 pounds of lean muscle going into this diet. You lose about, let's say, 40 pounds. Sorry, I'm just getting my pen all ready here. So you lose about 40 pounds on this diet. I don't know what happened. My pen, there it is. I need a good pen here. Okay, so you had 120 pounds of lean muscle. You lose 40 pounds of on this diet. 20 of those pounds is lean muscle mass, okay? So now when you're done this diet, you're at 140 pounds. But now you have 100 pounds of lean muscle, okay? Because you've lost 20 pounds of lean muscle. That means your body fat percentage is now higher, number one. And now you've lowered your resting metabolic rate significantly because of that 20-pound loss of lean muscle. Now, I have done this before myself as well, too, is where I'll lose a lot of, I've lost a lot of weight. But guess what happens? Because they have not actually learned how to properly eat, like, how do I incorporate this into my lifestyle? How do I eat and go out to restaurants? How do I navigate and live life to maintain this weight loss? None of them actually learn that. So what ends up happening is that they end up gaining the weight back. They end up gaining the weight back because they haven't worked on the habits that can actually change their, I'm just going to stop here for a second. My recording is not recording anymore. So I'm having some issues here. I don't know why this stopped recording. But anyways, what ends up happening is that they end up gaining the weight back. So now when they gain the weight back and they're 180 pounds back, they gain all the weight back. Most of the time they gain the weight back and more. So let's just say now they're back to 190 pounds because they've gained 50 pounds. Well, guess what they gained back? They've gained 50 pounds of just body fat. Okay. Because they're not strength training, because they have not learned the importance of strength training. They have not learned that it's important for them to build lean muscle mass and eat enough protein into their diet. Now they've gained 50 pounds of body fat, and they actually look like they're carrying more body fat than they did beforehand. And that's simply because they lost 20 pounds of lean muscle. So when you look at, muscle looks way better on you than body fat does. So this is the cycle that happens again and again. So they gain the weight back. So within a time frame of about a year and a half, that person went from 180 pounds back to 190 pounds. So a year, way harder. Yeah, of course it was way harder because you lost 20 pounds of lean muscle and your body's burning less calories at rest. So yeah, it's totally a lot harder. And now you're actually sitting at a higher body fat percentage than you were the second time around because you didn't really do anything to address your metabolic health. Your metabolism is what decides whether you're going to lose body fat or not. Okay. So if you have a healthy metabolism, then your body will respond the way that it needs to. So this is the cycle that goes on and on and on with these types of diets that are out there, like Dr. Bernstein, like Jenny Craig, like Optavia, like Isogenics, like all of these programs where you're doing and eliminating foods that you like to eat. Like I heard of another one the other day where you're like, no fats. Okay, if you're a woman in your 50s or in your 40s doing a diet that has absolutely no fat, that is the worst thing that you could do for you. Fats are needed because our hormones are made out of fat. So if you are a woman that is going through perimenopause or menopause and you're doing a diet that has no fats, guess what? This is going to affect your hormonal health. So it's really important to understand that there are two paths that you can take to your fat loss journey and your weight loss journey. So this path that I've seen quite often, and I just read you a couple intake forms from our clients of the diets that they have done before in the past. Okay, they tried multiple diets. Okay, we're not talking one or two. They're naming off 4 or 5 different diets that they have tried before they come to us, which means that they have never been successful with any of those diets. Okay. So what ends up happening is that, this cycle goes on and on and on and on. So sometimes they go back to Dr. Bernstein and they're like, oh, okay, I gained this weight again. I'm just going to go back to Dr. Bernstein and I'm going to do this all over again. But this time it's going to be harder. Maybe they don't lose 40 pounds. Maybe they lose 30. Then they gain the 30 back plus more. Now they're at 200 pounds. This cycle goes on and on and on and on for years. Okay. Now, there is a different type of diet that you could do. It's not a quick fix fad diet approach. It's an approach where fat loss is forever. It's where it happens slowly. It's where it happens where you're still enjoying life. It's where it happens that, you're actually learning how to eat all the foods. You're learning how to properly nourish your body. And we're also addressing your metabolic health. And that diet that I'm talking about is what we do with our clients. So what we do with our clients is we address metabolic health with them. So clients that have come to us with history of dieting, the first thing that we do with them is we try to restore their metabolism. We make sure that they're eating enough protein in their diet. We make sure that they're fueling with enough foods in their diet. We make sure that they're strength training and they have enough fuel to strength train so that they can build up that lean muscle mass. And what we're really trying to do is help them boost up their metabolic rate so that they end up losing, burning more calories at rest. But we do all of this without removing any of their favorite foods. They eat all foods. Now, for those of you that are watching that are currently our clients, like Elaine and Allison, I'm not sure if you guys are still watching or not, you've done our program. So talk to me a little bit about when you joined our program. Were you shocked that you were able to eat all of the foods that we have on there available to you? Like, were you shocked that you had, you could have snacks every single day, that you could have all of these fun foods every day and still reach your goals? I'm just curious, curious as to provide your feedback. Maybe you can pop it in the comment section and I'll take a look at that. But the approach that we take with our clients is we first make sure that they have a strong metabolic health. Why? Because this is the most easiest way for you to lose body fat. If you have more muscle on your body and your body's burning more calories at rest, losing body fat becomes so much more easier. It doesn't involve doing hours and hours and hours of cardio. It doesn't involve, working out 7 days a week. It involves like doing some strength training, maybe 4 to 5 days a week. It involves eating a lot of food. It involves properly nourishing your body. It involves eating foods that you love, especially carbs. Nobody should be eliminating carbs from their diet. At least I don't think that they should be, because I don't think you can live like that. First of all, you should not be doing that because carbs is the main source of energy for your body. It's what our brains like to have so that we can think properly. And I don't know about you, but I like to think fairly clearly as much as possible. So Alice is saying the volume of food was a surprise for me. Yes, I ate more than I ever had and lost weight and felt so much better. Yeah. So, our methods may take a little bit longer than some of these other programs. However, what I want to point out to you that it actually doesn't take longer, because these other programs, most of them rebound and they're back to square one a year and a half later. And then they've actually repeated this process for 5, 10, 20, 15, 20 years. So it's taking them, unless they find a coaching program similar to ours, they will be dealing with this for the rest of their lives. Now, the other option is that you do it slowly. You address your metabolic health so that you never gain the weight back again. You lose the weight gradually. You build up a strong metabolic health. You have an amazing body because you're building muscle and you're getting toned and you're getting defined and you're looking good and your clothes are fitting you amazing. And guess what? You get to live like this forever. Okay, guess what? We built up the habits with you, the foundational habits with you, so that you know how to do this for the rest of your life. It's not like we teach our clients how to navigate going out to a restaurant. I also, what I pride myself on is that our clients eat the same meals as their family. Like, how many of you guys have done diets where your family's like, oh my God, here we go. She's doing another diet. We're going to have to eat all of this crazy different food again, or not eat certain types of food because she's doing this diet. And what our clients love is like our recipes are family friendly. They can still eat potatoes and rice and pasta and all of the things that they want to eat, and still enjoy meals with their family at the end of the day. And I think there's nothing more better than that, than being able to make one meal and eat with your entire family, teaching your family the importance of food variety and eating all different types of foods, and actually reaching your goals. Because I think what we teach is generational health as well too. You pass it along to your daughters, you pass it along to your sons, you pass it along to your family. Your family starts watching, they start eating the foods that you are, they start feeling a lot better as well too. And it doesn't have to be this super restrictive way of cutting out all of these foods in order to get you to where you want to be. There is a better way. There are 2 options when it comes to dieting. You can go the fad diet, quick fix fad diet, that's actually going to take you like multiple years, if ever, to get you to where you want. Or you do something that's long term, where you eat all your food, it's just totally sustainable. And once you lose the weight, you know how to do this for the rest of your life. So that is really, the two different types of diets that you guys can choose to do. So based on the information that I've given you, you have to choose what type of diet you want to do. Let's see what else Allison says. My cravings for sweets went away. Yeah, that's a huge thing because we're eating enough protein that the cravings for sweet go away. I remember early in my journey, I went for dinner with friends and everyone got chicken with vegetable and salad. And I was like, nope, I eat carbs. I'll get the veggie and roasted potatoes on the side. Yes, amazing. That's a huge one, Monica. Yeah, like I feel like most women feel like they can't have carbs. Like, yeah, you can have carbs. We just have the right amount of carbs in your diet. You can have carbs whenever you want. You could choose whatever type of carb you want. If you want potato, have potato. You want rice, you want rice. You want bread, you have bread. Whatever it is that you want. And this is why our clients are so successful on our program, is because they don't feel restricted. They don't feel deprived. They don't feel like they're missing out on things in order to get to where they want to be. And they're actually learning how to eat everything. So for those of you that are in the community, I saved my lunch carbs for dinner. Yeah, that's a great idea, Monica. So for those of you that are in the community that are not one of our one-on-one clients, we offer all of our clients a free Fix My Diet assessment. It's a free assessment that we do with you. It's a 15-minute thing. You fill out a form ahead of time. I review the form. I get on a quick call with you and I give you some action steps. I give you feedback on what you should be doing. So it's completely free. There's no strings attached. It's just to give you some guidance. And then, of course, everybody in the community, I have my Hourglass Body Blueprint, which includes a workout program, includes my recipe book, my meal prep guide, tons and tons of other resources in there. They're available to you absolutely for free. So when you would have joined this community, you could have entered your email address there, or you would have received a welcome. So, or if you don't see that, just message me and I can send that off to you. All right, ladies, listen, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry this was kind of last minute and there was no notification of this week, but moving forward, we'll get back to regular schedule. And thank you so much. Does anybody else have any questions before I log off? Thank you for everybody who was able to join me, even though you did not know I was going live today. Let me know, please, if you have any questions. All right, ladies, have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.